You too. What's up? Back at it. Me and my boy Worm. I'm Twan with Bake Street Network.
And learn, like, subscribe, and share. Please do that. Get us in the algorithm so we can get some more people in this party with us.
Yeah. Today we're coming at you with a morning session episode. You know, talking about a lot of things.
Yes, sir. Glad to be back with y'all. So
Yeah.
what we on today, Twan?
Shit, currently, man, just chilling, man. You know how we do. I got one road and got my morning coffee, man. How you doing this morning, bro?
Doing good, brother. Splendid. Just I got my coffee too. Got one in the air, trying to get the day started as well. Um, just chilling, man. Just trying to vibe before I go in and get that little bit of bread today.
Yeah, man. Today we coming at y'all talking about a few different topics, man. We got a cool experience story that we gonna share with y'all. We gonna talk about kind of our journey with marijuana, kind of how we learned over the 20 years, how we went from didn't know what we was buying to where we are now, and give a little explanation about certain things that you should look for in your product today. So shoot, if you wanna start with about when you started and how you your understanding from the beginning.
Okay, so yeah, that's actually a good point, man. Like I didn't know a damn thing about weed when I first started smoking, bro. I was just curious. I knew the smell, like I recognized the smell because like I ain't mugs smoked in my family, you know what I'm saying? So like I recognize the smell. So it's like I was just curious. The very first time I smoked, man, I ain't never gonna forget it, man. Like I was with a group of cats that I usually like wouldn't really like trust in like that. Like I feel like these cats would have told on me. But I don't know. I had trust in these dudes, man. Like I don't know. We just one day after school, Muggs was just like, "Hey man, we going to such and such. Let's just call him Tim. We going to Tim's house. You want to come over there with us?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, that's what's up." Ended up getting over there. Tim, his little sister, two other dudes. One of them I happened to play football with. Actually, I played football with both of them. And we hanging out playing Grand Theft Auto in the living room. Tim comes out the room with this pop bottle. I'm like, what the hell is this thing he got in his hand? Obviously, it's a pop bottle. But he had aluminum foil on it. You know what I'm saying? He had a straw, like two straws sticking out the sides of it. I'm like, man, what the hell is this apparatus this man just bought out? So like, yeah, you ever smoked weed before? And I'm like, lying like a motherfucker. I'm like, hell yeah, I smoke weed, but I ain't smoked a damn thing in my life, bro. I'm just trying to sound cool at this point. So like, we all huddle up, we get the smoke, we outside, and like everybody passed it around, everybody's coughing their butt off. Get around to me, and everybody for the first time, like when they smoke, like when they first take in the smoke, like like they don't inhale it because I guess they don't know if they're doing yet or what the situation is. I inhaled all of that shit, son. Like I took a big ass hit and like I coughed for a good 15 minutes, like nonstop. So after that, I'm like, not expecting, like I'm not knowing what to expect. We go back in the house. I'm lit already, not even knowing. But we sat down and start playing the game. Trip me out because we playing Vice City. The whole screen turned pink, bro. I thought I was tweaking. Dog ended up taking some kind of drug in the game, which altered the screen. Threw me off. So I'm telling Dog, hey man, something is happening with this weed. The screen turned pink. Everybody started laughing at me. That's how I knew I was high. like I didn't realize like what was going on in the game. I'm like, oh yeah, like this shit then kicked in. Extreme hunger munchies. Like that came like right after that. This is the first time I've ever felt this in my life. So what my high ass did, not even experiencing this high before, went in this nigga refrigerator, pulled out this man half a gallon of milk, popped the top off this nigga Ovaltine and dumped the milk in the Ovaltine, nigga, and just started stirring it up, nigga. I walked around drinking a jar of Ovaltine, nigga. That's how blowed I was, right? Look, on everything I love, everybody in that bitch was laughing at me. We all clowning, we all tripping, right? These fools get the bright idea, let's go to the basketball game. I'm like, I'm not ready to do that type of shit, but let's go, you know? So we go in the public, like I'm just like thinking that everybody know I'm high, you know. We get to the concession stand, like all of us order all the snacks. I think Dog ordered like 3 hot dogs, 2 bags of popcorn, some bags of chips. Like he went nuts. He went nuts in that concession stand. Like people was looking at him like I had to get away from him like after that because like it was like I'm high on that man's forehead. But like we watched the game and I went home that night and it's this is what it's been ever since, bro. That's to be honest with you, that was my very first time smoking weed. What
Wow,
was your
what's that?
weed like, bro?
Oh, it was wild, man. With me, I actually had to go to work later that day, and I spent a night at a friend's house. And obviously, I had told him I was going. I would, but I didn't. He'd asked me a bunch of times. I already said no. And before I went to work, we went into the woods to smoke with a few friends and his older brother. And like you, I wasn't holding it in right. I was just thinking like, this ain't even doing that. So I think the second bowl, it was real quick. Like the second bowl that we packed, we played a game where we would hold the smoke till it got back around to you. And
Oh,
by the third bowl, I was out of there. It was curtains. I was in the woods, like I felt like I was in like Avatar the movie or something, because the wood
hey, that's
is
really how that feels.
yeah,
Listen,
yeah,
I like
the world changed that minute. Like when we got out of the woods, his pops actually had come out there. I don't even remember why, but I'm sure he probably had a clue what we was doing, but he never confronted us. And I was outside my body, scared that it was over for us. Like we were about to get in all the trouble that we could have got in. And he just left, waved, and I was like, so waving at him, I was like, I told him myself, I'm bold as a mug over here. Like that first paranoia that set in is crazy. But yeah, man, and I was too gone, man. I had to take a nap before I went to work. It was a wild day for this job. It was my second job I ever had, but I
this man showed up litty to his second job he ever had.
yeah, it was not on purpose. I do not operate on a wild vibration like that, bro. For
That
me to
man,
for me to do that, I didn't think it'd last as long. We got up early in the morning to sober up before work, and I was still like,
that
I don't know
man
if
went
I'm sober yet.
that man went to the land of the panther and didn't come back yet before he went to work. Man,
Yeah, man, but it segues into back then, man, what you don't really know what you're doing at all.
exactly,
You
exactly.
don't you don't really know besides this, you smell it, and what it smells like kind of determined how good you thought of it. But at that time, we didn't have options. So it was like if you would have brought out, all it had to do was be weed, and we would have bought it and been smoking it. We didn't know left from right back then.
Right.
And
That's real though.
which is how we stumbled across finding out the difference between indica and sativa. Indica is the easy way I think of that, remembering that, is in the couch. It's the
Yeah.
couch lock. You gonna, probably be trying to eat something up and just chill. Sativa, which I'm blowing right now, I get the strain. Lemonberry, I think it is, sativa. It's like the upper type of, that's what I usually smoke it on in the morning most times. Today, the rain got me in the house, so I'm trying to be productive. But next is coming a couch locker, the motor breath. That's what I got today.
Well, I'm smoking indica because, like I said before, not a sativa dude. And as we promised last time, I'm gonna have to tell this story because, like, so y'all can get a better
Where's
understanding.
yours, family?
This man happened to like discover sativa pretty much the same time I did because, like, he was there to study the effects of what happened to another motherfucker. So yeah, we hanging out one day. We had another female friend with us. We young, we goofy. We hanging out, smoking weed. Came across some gas. Like, it was good. It was the best that we had during that time. No bullshit. This shit was fire.
Side note,
But
real quick. We from Michigan, real small place in Michigan. Our high school, we graduated about 100 to 150, maybe a little more per class. Like, it's very, very small place. So we didn't run into true gas often, if at all, until we got a little later. But I just want to throw that note in there. I just want to let them know
appreciate
where
that,
we
bro.
coming from. Yeah.
Appreciate that. So anyway, got some gas, and I'm like ecstatic. I'm like, yo, this is some loud. Like this is some good stuff, bro. We about to kick it. You know what I'm saying? Like we came across some line. Don't know what the fuck the indica or sativa is at this time, right? So we smoke, having a merry old time, right? All of a sudden, like we're riding. Like, I'm in the back seat of my man's car, bro. We ride. All of a sudden, like, my heart just started beating like hard. And then it sped up beating hard. And then I looked down and seen my heart beating through my shirt and my big ass chest. I got a broad chest, fam. Like I'm not a small dude. Like I'm short, but I'm bulky. You feel like I got a little. I'm a fat man. You feel what I'm saying? I see a nigga see his heart beating through his chest and was like, oh no, hey, something wrong, fam. Like, hey, I don't something ain't right, bro. I start sweating, right? Twan, I'm about to die, fam. We gotta go to the hospital. Rose Morris looked and said, what the fuck's going on? Twan was like, dog, are you good? Like, what's going on? I'm like, nigga, I am dying right now. We need to go to the hospital. So I'm freaking the fuck out. Little do I know I'm not dying at all, but like I'm freaking out. Like, my body is like telling me something is not right now. So Twan like, all right, man, well, let's get you to the hospital because that's my dog. He ain't trying to see me go nowhere, right?
I like
So
that.
we get to the
I like that.
so we on the way to the hospital, and this man, like, I don't know, like what he thinking about in his head. I don't know what's going through his head. He's like, man, I don't want my nigga to go nowhere. What? But this nigga out of the blue was like, Worm, start rapping, bro. I'm like, nigga, I'm about to die. What the fuck is wrong with this? Start rapping. I was like, fuck it. I start kicking some rhymes. Bro, I started rapping all the way to the hospital, and I calmed the fuck down, like, a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And I damn near was like, man, I rapped all the way to the fucking hospital. I don't think I'm gonna die now, but I'm gonna go in here just in case. You know what I'm saying? I go into the hospital, bro. These dudes, like, the doctor came out here eating some pigs, pork rinds. Dog came out grinning at me. I'm looking like, yo, like they hooked me up to the EKG machine, ran my heart, and your heart's fine. He came out eating pork rinds on me and was like, that's when he described to me, there's weed that makes your body feels different ways. He was like, there's stuff that affects your body, and there's stuff that'll give you a head rush. He was like, and I think you had some of that stuff that give you a head rush and you had too much of it. Cut down on smoking weed. And he let me go and we went home and ate a whole bunch of shit. And that was the end of that. But after that day, I realized, like, man, like I really, like, honestly thought about what that man said. I was like, yeah, I'm not trying to feel that no more. So I need to stay the hell away from that. You know what I'm saying? Don't know how to stay away from it. Happened a couple more times, man. Long story short, ended up finding out it was called a sativa. Sativas is the reason that cause anxiety. I get anxiety attacks when I hit sativa. I guess I don't know why, but that's why I generally stay away from sativa. But I don't like feeling like that. You know what I'm saying? This couch life stuff, I'm zen. I ain't never felt like that on this smoking any of this. So I mean, like it's been a while since I smoked the sativa. Oh, like a long time. So I'm thinking about doing one, man, for the culture, man, for the show, for the network. So y'all just bear with me. If it look like dogs start wigging out, I'm chilling. Don't even worry about me.
We're gonna have a backup, it's strong indica for you.
I appreciate that.
I don't know if that'll work or not. I
I
just,
was just about, I was just about to say you might be trying to make that worse, man. Like I might have to chill out on that for a minute, like
yeah,
until it calm down before I can get back into the indica, because that might actually contribute to the
yeah,
head rush,
that'll
bro. Like
probably.
I ain't that's something I ain't never tried before. So I'm gonna just keep it 100 with you, bro. Like I appreciate that from the bottom.
I figure I'll
But
try
we
something.
we could try that. That's all I can say. We could try that out. But no. And another thing, like it's that kind of ties into like trusting your weed man, like who you buy weed from off the street. Like a lot, like nowadays, like 10, 15 years ago, like mothers ain't gonna tell you like, oh, this is indica, this is sativa. It's like, yo, I got some fire. You want this shit or not? Nowadays, like, yo, I got 3 strains of indica, I got 3 strains of sativa, I got 4 strains of hybrids. You know what I'm saying? It's like an abundance now. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's this is one time, man. I ended up getting just recently, like almost about a year and a half ago. I ended up buying some weed from this dude. Like I'm cool with him. Like hey, it ain't no random dude or nothing like that. But I ended up getting some grain from this dude. Like it looked good. You know, it smelled a little off, but it smelled like good grain, and it like tasted a little off, but it tasted like good grain. But something told like I was just like bothered that it was that about how off it was. Like I never tasted anything like this before either. And it wasn't like completely saturated, but I inspected the bud with this guy, $12 on Amazon, by the way. And instead of terpenes, well, I found terpenes too, but instead of just terpenes, I found spores in my bud. So I was sitting there smoking smoke. And I'm pissed off about it after I found out about because I just bought a whole zone. And for people that don't know what a zone is, that's an ounce. But
Emotional damage.
on the gang with it. So I'm sitting there talking shit to myself. Like
That
I'm cool,
ounce.
buddy. I'm like, man, this motherfucker trying to get over on me. This motherfucker trying to sell me mold. So I hit dog up. Like I'm cool. Like I ain't snap on him yet, but I'm like, hey, bro. Like I just got through inspecting my shit because like it's tasted off, it's smelled off. So I had to get break down the molecules to that motherfucker pretty much. And I was like, man, your shit moldy, bro. Like why you out here trying to sell motherfuckers moldy weed? He was like, what do you mean? Handed this joint straight to him, handed him a bud of his product. He looked through the telescope and was like, hey, I'm sorry. Here's your money back. It'll never happen again. I actually appreciate what you just did there. And I'm like, hey, it's no problem, but this is one of the things that you got to look out for because hey, this dude wasn't really no like marijuana savant. This dude ain't no fucking botanist. Like he grew decent. He dealt with decent shit. You know what I mean? Like that particular strain, I don't know if he grew or not, but like it ended up getting moldy. Like it ended up getting, you know, yeah, he had the contaminated batch. Point blank period. He didn't know that. He didn't understand because I guess, you know, he disregarded the taste and all of that shit. Maybe I guess he thought it was supposed to taste like that, but I don't know. Like he thanked me generally, gave me my money back, and ended up throwing all of that shit away. But that just goes to show you, man. Like you gotta like as you move along, man. When you dealing with different people, like you just gotta make sure like you're tight. You know what I mean in all areas. You know, like just make sure everything is on the up and up. You know, because smoking mold, like you're gonna get pneumonia faster than I ain't even man. Look, we just got over some stupid ass shit, but it'll give you pneumonia. Like any kind of bacteria, any kind of mold that you inhale in your lungs, like that's gonna like you gonna get an infection, point blank, period. So you don't want to do that. So just be safe, check your product out. Every dispensary is supposed to be like regulated, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of the times it is, but like they will still sell you some old trash ass weed.